Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Steamcember. I'm the Comic Foil. It is day 23, and I am right back at you like a boomerang. We are finally playing Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. It is not...
No point in mucking about.
What? Oh. Okay, I guess there's no point in mucking about. Let's get right into it. New game. Yeah, let's create this here. Caution, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger uses autosave. I think I understand. Ooh, pre-rendered. So this is a game that originally came out in the PS2 GameCube era across platforms. I don't know if there was a version for the original Xbox, but I say finally because I'll get to it a little bit later. But look at his eyes. They're like almost Sonic the Hedgehog eyes, but you can actually see the separation between his two eyeballs. So that's a little bit better than Sonic eyes, but it must feel weird having your eyeballs always like bumping up against each other like that. That must be kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, jump for a Ty. Yeah, Ty, do a flip. Oh, wow, what a...
I gotcha! I gotcha!
They must have tried on purpose to make that look like
Find
Sonic.
it. Catch me if you
Because
can.
it was a blue blur. Uh-oh. Wow, that's gonna make it much harder to catch if you're
Don't
here in
move,
this
mate.
cavern.
I'll get help.
Aw, thanks, mate. He is a Tasmanian tiger, so obviously we are in Australia, probably the island of Tasmania, just south of the mainland. Wow, does he always have, like, a grimace like that? Oh, Magic Boomerang. Magic Boomerang activates magic cave drawings.
Don't be afraid, Ty. I am Nandu Gili, the Bunyip Elder.
You can be a little afraid.
It's time you knew the truth.
So did Destiny bring you here?
Years ago, a great battle was fought over the fate of 5 mystic talismans.
Oh. This already has more lore than I was expecting. It's Gutsman. Dunna.
My dinosaur ancestors were here first, you stinking furry mammal opportunists.
Did he just call them stinking furries?
Remember the comet!
Wow, so we got some animal politics here.
You mammals don't deserve to be at the top of the food chain!
I mean, clearly not, because you're making death robots. Okay, it looks like there was a race of Tasmanian tigers. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. Tasmanian tiger was a real species. I think they're called thymacines. They're called Tasmanian tigers or Tasmanian wolves. They are different from Tasmanian devils.
Restore the natural order once and for all.
But it's, oh, Lady Tasmanian Tiger. They went extinct probably somewhere around the 20th century. People aren't exactly sure, but they are an extinct species of mammal. So it kind of makes a lot of sense for them to be here as a, like, as an ancient race. I wonder if Ty is, like, the last of his kind. Is this guy a dodo, then? That would be really funny if it was Tasmanian tigers versus dodos.
Bye-bye.
Oh, so this is how they went extinct. They got pulled into a singularity. Nice shot, dude. I'm not positive what a black hole does, but it could be something like that. They're all T-posing to assert dominance.
Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mom? Dad?
Word grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again. He must be stopped at all costs.
Oh, and he has
It's
a bunch
up
of
to
frilled
you to find the
lizards.
talismans before he does.
It's up to me to save my family.
Oi, Ty! Are you okay?
Murray? Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, you're never gonna believe what just happened. I was playing in the forest when the ground suddenly... And that's when you showed up.
Rude! Sounds like you've got a fair dinkum adventure ahead of you, mate. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I'd much rather be at home watching the footy. But I tell you what, you do the adventuring, and I'll help you out where I can.
Oh, thanks, Parrot. It sounds like you got a bit of a video game ahead of you. Something of a
Welcome to
connect-a-thon.
Rainbow Cliffs, mate. By the way, whenever you see one of these signs, I won't be far away. I've heard that if you press the action button, you can talk to me, whatever that means. Okay, now let's get down to brass tacks. if you're gonna be out adventuring, then you'll need another boomerang.
I'm gonna need
And
2
I know
boomerangs?
just the place to find one. Head down to Bly Bly Station. I'll meet you there.
Alright, sounds good. So, I think today we're basically just going to be going through the tutorial level here. Wow, Bly Bly Station's, like, right there. It's barely worth telling me to go there. I'm already there. So I have a boomerang here. I have a jump. I have a throwing boomerang move. Cool. Can I cut grass with it or anything? It makes some crazy noises while it flies. But it always comes back. So, the real reason why I am playing this game today and why people wanted me to play it, I think they much prefer that Oscar was playing it with me, because it's really Oscar who gets this complaint. We did top 10 boomerangs. Oh, here's the shrine. We did a top 10 boomerang wielders, and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was not on it because we had never played it before, and people were like, how could you not include Ty the Tasmanian Tiger? And, like, we knew that it existed, but we didn't know that it had such a big fan base, or that Ty was actually, like, some kind of badass. I just knew that he existed and that he, like, had a boomerang. But apparently he's kind of amazing with boomerangs. I mean, so far this is some pretty crazy boomerang stats, but it's basic boomerang cartoon logic. So,
G'day, Julius.
yeah,
Now,
that's why I'm trying this
I
today.
just reroute these wires to... I said g'day, mate. Are you deaf?
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just making some last-minute adjustments. Well, 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 you must be Ty.
G'day. So, you old coot. What's this contraption do?
This contraption is the key to finding the talismans. Why is this so?
Why were
It's
you already
quite
working
simple,
on this?
It
Cool.
uses an oscillatory microfeeder to scan for trace energy signals that match the unique power matrix of the talismans.
Oh, that is some technobabble.
Like a big nose that sniffs them out.
Oh.
Okay, I know you're, like, saying it more simple for us
And
then, but you're also... This is,
are
like,
the
Star
key
Trek
to
stuff here.
powering the machine.
Thunder eggs. Oh, they're as rare as hen's teeth, mate.
Couldn't you just use batteries?
Batteries.
If only it was that easy.
I like all the
You see,
Australian
this
accents.
machine doesn't just find where the talismans are, it actually teleports them here.
Oh,
Struck me lucky.
then we don't even need to go on an
That, my
adventure.
friends, requires a great deal of energy.
Oh.
So, how is Ty here gonna find all these thunder eggs?
Yeah, I was just wondering that myself.
A reasonable question. I've created these portals to lead Ty to areas rich with them. Of
Entire
course, they
levels,
won't just
if you
be
will.
lying all over the place.
Just our luck.
A lot of them will have already been found. The trick will be convincing the locals to part with their prized possessions. But I'm afraid I can't help you with that. If you're as resourceful as they say, Ty, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Righto, Ty. There's no point in mucking about. You've got to find a second boomerang. I'll see you in 2-up.
2 up. Okay, so that's like a world there. And yeah, let's just jump into one of these worlds and get tutorialized. I like all these wallabies too. I'm getting kind of like a Spyro vibe from this. So, when Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was first coming out, let's hear him talk about billabongs.
And even a koala. There's plenty to do here, so let's get a move on.
Thanks. I like the word billabong. Didn't quite stick the landing. Teleporting is hard. But is this where our second boomerang will be? He always looks so pissed off.
Listen, mate, I solved your problem. I found you a second boomerang.
Alright.
That's great.
Why is that such a specific
See that
need
tree
to have
over
2
there?
boomerangs?
Yeah?
Well, it's not there.
What?
Right. Well, where is it?
It's on top of Frillneck Peak.
Oh, great.
Oh, don't worry. You'll just have to jump, run, rang, and bite your way there while avoiding Boss Cass's henchmen. Look, mate, life wasn't meant to be easy.
Okay, so I think these are the, Actually, I don't know what these little red things are. Are they, like, coins, or are these the kind of energy that I need to be collecting to teleport the trinkets to me once I find them? Unclear, but it looks like he'll tutorial me there if I talk to him, but I kind of just want to jump for it.
Bonza! I got one!
Yeah. 1 down, 71 to go. Come on, let's get a move on.
We need 72 of these things? For one trinket or for the whole game? Alright, so I guess those are like my jiggies, kind of.
I reckon those dunnies are a complete waste of space. Only last week I used one, walked 2 blocks, was clobbered by a frill, and then woke up back on the dunny. Which was the best place to be, given the surprise I got. Julius reckons it's got something to do with the space-time conundrum. But if you ask me, I think it's a load of bull dust.
So, you're saying that if I have an accident, I'll end up back at one of these?
Something like that.
Okay, so they made outhouses the checkpoints. That's really funny. I don't really need them to, like, explain why all this video game stuff is here, though. They are, like... I'd rather just jump right into it, but, I mean, you know, if I were playing this casually, that'd be okay. Hey, Wallabies. They're just gonna go.
Ty, you've got a fair set of choppers on you. I reckon you could put them to good use by pressing the bite button. Get it? It's choppers. Bite button. Never mind, Ty. Move on. Have a go at those crates.
Okay, so I can bite things. Okay, well, it's good that I have, like, an attack that's, like, based on my latent Tasmanian Tiger abilities. Grab that one there, and, yeah, let's just keep on going. This reminds me a lot of Spiral Canyon.
And he reckons you can use your rangs to take care of enemies and smash things.
Shoo Ripper!
He said something, now wait a minute, he said something about pressing the throw button to use them.
I did figure that out already. Yeah, this is kind of reminding me of the tutorial in Banjo-Kazooie, the, like, spiral mountain tutorial. Okay. I don't suppose that there's, like, a lock-on feature that would make this easier. Everything feels a little bit loose, but, I mean, I like it so far. Also, I think they definitely touched this up for the PC release. I bought this right away when it came out on PC. So when this was coming out on the PS2 GameCube, I'm going to get interrupted again in just a second, I know it.
No, not more cages.
Struth! What happened here?
Boss Cass did this. He's caged all your bilby mates and hidden them across the land.
Oh, yeah? Well, big mistake. No one messes with my mates.
Now, there's a thunder egg in each area if you free them.
No worries. Unless you're Boss Cass.
So much edge. Okay, I need to bite the cage open. I like the music, though. I do like how it's pretty lame, but I like all the Australian slang that they got going here. Fine, I'll talk to you.
You young'uns, have it easy these days. If you want to get a better look at your surroundings, just wiggle your camera stick. And you can adjust the camera distance by pressing the camera distance button. In my day, we had to get off our backsides if we wanted to see the world.
Well, you got a good point there. I am just kind of sitting in my computer chair playing this right now. So, Ty kind of came in at the late end of the, like, mascot platformer era. It was already late, like, people weren't really making mascots anymore. We were, you know, PS2, GameCube, but Ty was trying to keep it going, and it looks like it's, you know, was a pretty decent take on it. But I remember very specifically, I remember 2 things about this game. I remember, one, there was the typical, like, both GameCube and Game Boy Advance release of the game, and Nintendo Power really did not like the Game Boy Advance version. They would call it all the time, like, one of the worst games of all time on a Nintendo console. Ooh, these are some angry-looking kangaroos. Are they gonna chase me? Where are they? Well, I hit one of them. Yep, we're gonna fight. Okay, we're fighting. Yeah, why are you guys so angry? Teenagers. Definitely a lot of his design is, like, inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, couldn't you see this guy showing up in a Sonic game? He looks like he would belong just fine there. He's got very similar kinds of eyes. Maybe I should have paid attention a little bit more to what Julius was saying there, because... Oh! Oh! Okay, I can kind of homing attack my way up them. Neat. The other main thing I remember about this game is I remember the advertisements in magazines, particularly in Nintendo Power, showing, like, a hospital where, like, there were patients who were all, like, bandaged up, like they had gotten beat up, and it was Sonic and Crash and Spyro, like, all, and it was like, oh man, all these other video game mascot characters are terrified of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, and, like, that is, oh man, that is so petty. Video game marketing used to be just so, like, one-up-isms. But it was also kind of funny, too, because, like, that's pretty bold to go after Crash, Spyro, and Sonic like that. They're kind of the big guys, and out of the four, you're least likely to remember who Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was. But, you know, it got my attention. It just didn't make me play the game because I thought it looked kind of stupid. Also, like, they're all really cartoony-looking cartoon animals. Calm down. Makes a great history time capsule, though. Oh, look at this. Okay, so that's the thing I got. Ah, frilled lizards. I am pretty hurt. I need to find a new way to get health soon. Hey, Julius, what's up?
Yes. This just might do.
It has all the qualifications.
Oh, hello, Ty. You know this golden cog just might be perfect for my latest invention. The Cogulacious Boomerangorous Extrapolator.
Okay, you're making stuff up now.
Why, it's a machine that creates experimental techno-rangs. I need golden cogs to build a new one. 15 to be exact. And if you find enough, bring them to my lab in Rainbow Cliffs and I'll build you a new boomerang.
You're on, mate.
This does feel like in the heyday of Rare, though. Like, it feels like a nice 3D platformer, like, in a, like, big open environments, like, more in the range of, like, Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong 64. Or Spyro, I guess. Out of those three that I mentioned before, the gameplay feels the most Spyro-like. Because Crash Bandicoot, we don't think about it as much, but the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, they're very linear games. Like, yeah, they have 3D graphics and you move in 3D space, but all the levels are hallways, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with linear level design, and I think the Crash games are pretty great. It's just when we think about that as one of the earliest 3D games, it didn't do a whole lot with its 3D aside from, like, aesthetically. It'd like to keep the motion from like a level design perspective. They kept things very 2D. Like, I feel like Naughty Dog hadn't really thought much about how 3D level design would work yet. Whereas Spyro, which I know is not made by Naughty Dog, they were originally made by Insomniac, but the Spyro games were much more like thinking about that 3D space. Let's get that up there because I can't jump that far, mate. Yeah, but I love the corniness of the dialogue in this. How it's just a bunch of like, oh, watcher, crikey, blimey, g'day. I like how after Ty says some kind of obscure Australian slang, like everything stops for a minute. Okay, I can't seem to jump that far, so I'm just gonna keep going for now. You guys don't want to watch me attempt to jump for 5 minutes. Might want to see me get that golden cog, though, which I would like. Okay, can I use you as a platform first to get this? Yeah. I might have only been able to get these things in that order. Sorry, buddy, you're just gonna have to stay in captivity for a little bit longer. What's this? Yeah. But this looks like where I'm actually, like, supposed to be going, so, like, the path has been branching a little bit. Well, I was right, though. I can't jump up high enough to get up there without that cage being in the way, so whoops. There's... I thought I saw, like, green energy here. Doesn't look like I can swim very well. But I thought I saw something green down here. Yeah, that is a pretty pathetic-looking swim. Oh, man, look at him. He's drowning. Yeah, what do you have to say to me?
Told me to tell you this, but I have no idea what it means.
Yeah, it's something about
Apparently,
button commands.
according to Julius, you can lock your camera on to enemies at any time.
Oh, nice. There is a...
Holding the lock-on button.
There is, like, an L targeting, Z targeting. This is, like, a right trigger targeting. Good, good. Okay, so that was just a shortcut over there. I didn't even need to be there at all. I want to avoid this crab because I don't know what he's doing, and he looks pretty crabby. And I am low on health. Okay, can we bite you? Yeah. Okay, just took a bite. Just eating some crab meat. I like crab meat. It's just about the only seafood I actually like is crab. I don't know why. I can't stand fish. It's too fishy. Can't really do clams or scallops or calamari. Let's grab that one over there. But yeah, I mean, personally, I think a lot of people might have looked at Ty the Tasmanian Tiger as being, like, behind the times because nobody really cared about 3D platformers at the time that it came out, but I still did. I would have been fine still having 3D platformers. It's just everything became more about, like, shooters and stuff. And, like, RPGs were still around and whatever. But I'm really glad that we've had this... Well, Mario was still consistently doing 3D platformers, like, once a generation. There's still, like... The first Jak and Daxter is really a 3D platformer. Ratchet and Clank were 3D platformers. Jak 2 and 3 are 3D platformers too, but they have much more to do with the guns that, like, makes it kind of less about the jumping and more about the shooting. But I'm really glad that we've had a resurgence as of late with 3D platformers. I mean, Super Mario Odyssey was, like, one of the best games of the year. Oh, that's a second boomerang, mate. A Hat in Time, Ukulele, which I know some people were disappointed by Ukulele. I haven't played it yet, but I'm sure it's not... It doesn't seem like it's that bad. It seems like it just doesn't live up to Banjo-Kazooie.
I didn't see it with my own eyes. You actually found the second boomerang. Well, there's no time to sit around and feel all pleased with yourself. You're gonna have to put that new rang to use. You see, I had a Thunder Egg I was gonna give you, but a bunch of frills stole it. You'll have to take them all on to get it back.
Okay, do I have to... I got an achievement. 2 rings are better than 1. Cool. Okay, so now I can just... I can have 2 boomerang attacks going at the same time, because normally I need to wait for the boomerang to, like, come back to me. Alright, I'm, like, well on my way to having enough cogs. Oh, wait, could I always do this? I have a glide. I think I can only do that now that I have the 2 boomerangs, but I wasn't really trying to do it before, so I don't know. I can't really be sure. Oh, this feels good, though. Alright, I'll take that. Get all the things. I am 5% through a completionist run of this. Okay, so that means that a Let's Play of this would only be like 20 episodes long, right? I don't know what these red things are yet. I'm just kind of grabbing them all with like a Crash Bandicoot-like completion.
Like wasn't a complete waste of time. You seem to have learned a thing or two.
Oh, yeah, you're too right.
You know, there's one other thing I could show you, but I don't know if you're ready for it yet.
Is it gliding across this gap?
Oh, what's that?
Well, a mate of mine who knows a mate who knows a mate who knows another mate says you can use 2 boomerangs to glide long distances.
Okay, so there was 2 boomerangs I needed to do that
Simple,
move.
really. You jump, then press and hold jump again to start gliding.
Right. Is that safe?
Safe as houses, mate. See if you can glide across this gap to reach that thunder egg.
So are these thunder eggs that I've been picking up the whole time? I get it, you're, like, building the characters, but you could have just told me, like, hey, press and hold A to glide. Kind of wasting my time here.
Was telling the truth
But,
all. Just as well I
but like, you know, that's alright. They're building character.
Well,
Gamers need to not be in such a freaking hurry all the time now. It's just that I'm doing the Let's Play that I want to get to more levels.
A stopwatch will appear near the start.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot-like time trials.
What's that for?
The racetrack. You can race the clock to win another thunder egg.
Oh.
Right. I'll give that a go later.
Well, that's enough gas bagging from me. Let's head back to the Bly station.
This really does feel like... You gave me that achievement already, dudes. This really does feel like a amalgamation of all the different... of, like, all the different 3D platformers at the time. I'm kind of into it. But am I into this? What... I don't know if I understand what this thing is. It keeps... It's giving me... Here, can you explain this to me?
Funny-looking mushrooms?
No, I see that weird purple thing.
Reckons that if you stand in the middle of them, something weird will happen.
Alright, let's get high. Stand in the middle of them. I'm guessing it's gonna heal me because it's, like, healing green. Oh! No, it's a teleporter. Whoa. Okay. This isn't even where I was before. It teleported me back to the beginning. It's not what I wanted. Oh, maybe I can take this back. Yeah? Okay, cool. It needs a little bit more of, like, an animation for that. Oh, I did, like, a ground pound move, too. Okay, well, if you're not gonna let me interact with this thing, then I guess I'm just gonna leave it alone and jump back into the teleporter, back to, Rainbow Cliffs. They remind me of the Kremlings in, specifically in Donkey Kong Country, in Donkey Kong 64.
I found it!
Let me see that. At last, a mystic talisman.
Wow.
It's time
It only
to
took you
go.
since my
We
parents
got 4
died to find
talismans
one,
to find.
however many years that was.
Fetch my bags. Soon unimaginable power will be mine. Mine.
I like how these how these ancient talismans have like a cartoony picture of Hobbes crafted into the front of it. All right, what's going on, Julius?
Yes, thunder eggs power this talisman machine. Make sure you visit all the portals.
So maybe to interact with that big purple thing, I need to get more of the thunder eggs. Okay, well, let's jump in here to shipwrecks. The level layouts are very Spyro-like. Like, we have a 3D world that we're in, and they're... Oh, platypus!
Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef, full of beautiful fish, friendly natives, and inviting sandy beaches. It's a beaut spot for a swim if you know how.
So, are you gonna teach me how to swim? Maybe not. But as I was saying with, like, the 3D platformer revival, you know, we also... imaginary block. We also have, you know, we got the Crash Insanity remake, and Spyro, the Reignited trilogy is about to come out. Did I just call it Crash Insanity? The Crash Insane trilogy. I don't always think exactly of what I'm talking about when I'm playing these games by myself. I just know that I want all of these things. I want every last one of them. I don't know why, I don't know what they're for. But I think if I... Can I jump on the umbrellas? And to the huts? No, the huts are a little too slippery. There are chairs over here, though, so I was kind of wasting my time with all that. Cool. It says I only have one now, which I'm guessing it means I only have one in this level. So hopefully it's been accumulating them.
Good to see you again.
You gonna teach me how to swim?
You saved anyone today?
Funny you should say that. Elle went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike.
Danger Spike? Where's that, Rex?
It's a nice little spot, not too far from Shark Reef.
Yeah, and?
Well, anyway, she's an excellent swimmer, but she hasn't come home yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
Struth.
I'm on lifeguard duty, so...
There's this weird pause every time he says something like that, like Struth, or... It's super awkward, and I kind of love it.
I'll teach you. Follow me.
Alright, well,
When you're in water,
if we
press the
continue
right
this
button to
game, we'll be
dive,
doing some
then tap
swimming.
the jump button to start swimming.
Okay. Wish me luck.
I wasn't really...
By the way, those boomerangs of yours won't work underwater, but I got a prezi for you that'll fix that. These are aquarangs.
Oh.
I found them in an old shipwreck years ago.
That... I don't see any aqua
Through
rings.
water like a hot
You're
knife
just looking
through
at the
butter.
water.
If you can dive under the water and grab them, well, then they're all yours.
Okay. How about some onion rings? No more dog paddle. Well, I lost the dog paddle really fast then. Yeah, I didn't particularly want to end this one with a tutorial, but if you want to see more, and if you want me to save this platypus's platyfriend, their platypal, platypal, give this video a like and ask me in the comments to do more. Either way, please tell me what you think in the comments. I always like hearing from you guys, and thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow for a brand new game. G'day. Trying to think of a good Australian ending. Oh yeah, also, if you happen to be one of my Australian viewers, number one, hey, thanks for watching all the way from Australia, but, number two, what do you think of this game, being Australian? Is this, like, actual Australian representation, or is it just kind of, I don't want to say appropriation, but just kind of, like, I don't know, just all the stereotypical Australian stuff? I'm thinking probably the latter, but I'd be right interested to hear from you, mates. Love you, Australia. See you later.